Yeah!
Ooh, yeah, I think it's about that time. Hello and welcome everyone to the Ultimate Smash Ultimate CPU Championship, the USUCC Match Day 1 Recap Show. I am as always your host J-Rat, and today we've begun the arduously long CPU Championship. 11 weeks of group play starting today. We've got 38 matches to go over. So hang out here if you want to watch all the highlights of those. We're going to blast through them rapid fire. If you want to watch the full match day in its entirety, link to the video should be right here as well as in the description. If you want to follow along with the championship, check out challenge.com/JRatUltimate. You can see all of the results as they happen live, because these recordings happen a little bit before they get posted. So without further ado, let's jump into the highlights now. We start with a match that is as old as Donkey Kong Country. That's DK and K Rool. Donkey Kong with the first KO of the tournament, basically self-destructing. Not great. But uses his head here literally to break the fake smash ball and get the 2-stock victory over K Rool. Next up we have Marth versus Piranha Plant. Marth looking good early. Here's a smooth combo kill with the launch star. Move forward a little bit. Another one off stage here. Spike kill from Marth. Goes up 3-2. However, Piranha Plant holds steady. Goes up 2-1 here. Watch him tech and tech and tech. Marth even gets one in there too. Sends him up. Gets the spike ball. KO. 2-stock win. Here's Meta Knight and Duck Hunt. A pretty close one throughout. Meta Knight here goes up by 2 with a deeply disrespectful footstool. But Meta Knight felt pretty bad about it apparently, because he went and homie stocked him later, pineappling himself under the stage for really no apparent reason. We get down late to a 1-stock situation, both at high damage. Meta Knight looks like he's going to go for the kill here, decides against it, instead waiting for the jump air dodge read. Up smashes for the win for Meta Knight. Here we have a DLC special, Sephiroth and Min Min. Sephiroth looks really good early, up 3-2 already. Min Min tries to get one back with a final smash, misses by 1.5 miles. Sephiroth comes back here, still up 3-2, gets this KO to bring it to 3-1. Looks to be in hand, but just you wait. Min Min brings one back, it's 2-1 here, gets the third piece of the daybreak. Zaps him with this one to get the KO, and in about 15 seconds, pulls Gray Fox. The pressure put on by the two of them proves to be too much for Sephiroth. That sword doesn't have the range for this, gets a forward throw, gets the Dragon Laser for the Min Min win-win. And we round out Group A with Falco and Mewtwo. Falco looked pretty dominant throughout this matchup, kept a lot of pressure on and kept Mewtwo from being able to set up any of his own moves. Here we see Falco tied 3-3, still up with the damage percent. Mewtwo scrub dodges into the final smash, putting Falco up 3-2. And in the end, up 2-1, I should say. Up smashes for the KO. Falco gets a 2-stock win. We move on here to Group B, and Ness and Toon. Ness was severely dominant throughout the early going of this matchup. Up 4-2 already, gets the hammer and the KO. Gives one back because he just didn't want to recover it, I guess. Here we'll see Toon Link at least getting a little bit back here. Ness tries to get up and Toon Link stomps him immediately. Brings it to 2-1. However, that'd be about as good as it gets for Toon Link. Here he has the final smash ball with a chance to really bring this one close, but Ness does not allow it. Knocks it out with this forward throw. Could go get it himself. Tries to get the final kill right here. Doesn't get it. Says, fine, we'll do this the hard way. Ness with a 2-stock victory over Toon Link. Next up in Group B, we've got Joker versus Hero. A pretty close battle throughout. You can see here, Joker with the motion sensor bomb throws it up on the top platform. Stage transition brings it down into Hero for the kill. That evened it up at 3 apiece. Late going, Joker with the back air seemed to be the ticket. Here we've got Hero up 2 stocks to 1, and Joker is going to recover here. get a back air for the KO, gives himself a chance still at 77%. We get down to the end game here. Joker at 150%, but still finds a way to get the back air, get the KO for the win. Next up is Male Wife versus Girl Boss, aka Krom versus Zero Suit Samus. Stage is perilous on this one, and it takes a stock early from Zero Suit. However, that would be the only trouble she'd really get into in the entire match. Here we see her try to get this assist trophy, and this really turned out to be the turning point of the match. Krom working very hard to either knock it out or keep her from using it. Eventually she does, and it turns out to be Phosphora. Krom drops a stock quickly to go down 3-2. Move forward where it's 2-1 here, and Krom just can't stop swimming, giving Zero Suit the 2-stock win. Next up, Marital Combat! Peach versus Mario, and Peach was completely dominant throughout this fight. Here we see her wall comboing Mario to death. Almost death. Now death with the hip check. Goes up 3-2. Move forward a bit in the match. It is 3-1 Peach. Throws out a Victini to get herself an extra final smash. Puts Mario to sleep and does a fun dance. Doesn't punish all that well, but it really doesn't matter because Mario has no answer as Peach gets a 3-stock win. Finally in Group B, Lucario and the Ice Climbers. Not a lot of highlights in this one, just the Ice Climbers desyncing and not being able to do anything about it. Here's Popo getting split off, apparently doesn't want to recover and loses. We start Group C with Fox and Bowser. Bowser's power proves to be too much in this matchup via this drop kick into the stage. Beautiful looking play there from Bowser. Goes up 3-2. That one might have caused a concussion because Fox never looked the same after that. Here he is shooting stairs for no reason. And it ultimately proves to be his demise as Bowser throws him off the stage and gets himself a 2-stock victory. The next match in Group C features Pit and Palutena. A matchup from Kid Icarus 1, I think. I don't know this lore well enough. Pit starts off well early, but we can watch Palutena here even this up very, very quickly, takes the stock, and then throws some pretty intense pressure Pit's way. All from a distance, and evens this mashup pretty quickly. We fast forward to Pit getting a KO here. An interesting combo with the Steel Diver missile getting shot, F-smashing her into it. Puts him 3 stocks to 2. We get now to the final stock situation. Palutena is down, but gets some help in the form of Rathalos. Pit actually does a pretty good job of avoiding too much damage here, but a lot of chaos makes this for a difficult scenario for both fighters, as it ends with Pit getting thrown into the world's cutest fireball and dying. Palutena gets the 1-stock win. Next up we have Diddy Kong and Link. Link held this one pretty much the whole way. Watches Diddy Kong drops down and tries to get an attack from below, but the parry and F-tilt gets the kill for Link, and Phosphor to boot. We get to the end, Link is up 2 stocks considerably, has a final smash, but why use that when you can do this? Link wins by 2 stocks. And here we have Sheik and Luigi. This one was pretty even throughout. Watch here. Luigi up smashes the bouncing fish and gets the KO early. Here they are, both at high percentages with 3 stocks. Sheik takes advantage of the party ball, has a party of her own, KOs Luigi, and gets a whole bunch of items in the process. Taking the lead 3-2. Here we are now. 1-stock scenario for both. Luigi takes the early advantage, gets the daybreak, eventually. There it is. And Sheik just doesn't have an answer for that, despite having the needles that could interrupt it. Sheik gets taken out here, and Luigi gets the 1-stock win. Finally in Group C, Ryu and Byleth. Byleth pretty dominant on this one throughout, especially early on, as you'll see here. Ryu's going to get a grab and do 6%, and then Fileth proceeds to 0 to death. Ryu mostly using up tilt and up air. Hits another. There's another, and another, and another, and another. Unreal. I know it's going to show 2 stocks to 2 here, but it was not this close. Fileth takes him off stage, snipes him with the fail knot, and gets another stock down to 2 to 1. And that's how this match would end. You see Fileth here with the final smash. Fires it off despite the air dodge, but the linger is just enough to unleash the PNG of Doom, and Fileth wins by 2 stocks. Starting off Group D, it's the Inkling against Isabelle. Pretty even fight early. Both fighters at 3 stocks here. Inkling trying to use the bomber, but takes out both fighters in the process. Moving it to a 2-2 fight here. Isabelle, quick thinking off the down throw, builds a house on the Inkling for a stock. We take it now to the final stock scenario. Pretty close fight. Inkling gets some high damage percentage. Broom into the up air, way up on the stage for an Isabelle victory. Next up is Dr. Mario and Mega Man. Honestly, a fight that really wasn't all that fun. My favorite highlight of the whole thing was the fact that this Nintendog showed up, and not only that, but Mega Man SD'd somehow behind them? We don't really know how, but look at that puppy. What a nice puppy that is. Anyway, this one went down to a 1 stock scenario at the very least. Dr. Mario up big, brings the bullet bill with him, decides to drop it, I guess. They get into a little fisticuffs here. Dr. Mario picks up the bullet bill, gets spot dodged, and loses. Next up is Olimar and Young Link, taking place on the hazardous Big Blue stage, so this one went pretty quickly once they got into it here. They both just get driven away by a car? Is cars what we call these? I don't know. Long story short, we're down to a 1 stock scenario. Olimar with the Steel Diver goes on the attack, throws the purple Pikmin for the 1 stock win. Next up, the most lopsided match of the day, Kazuya and Lucina. Lucina already down a stock here, and at 0%, SDs just handing him one. It's 4-2 already, and Kazuya decides to style on the woman for the rest of this matchup. Watch here as this smooth 3-hit combo gets a KO, takes it to 4-1, and just for good measure, to preserve the 4 stock, he does it again. 4 stock win for Kazuya. Snake and Mr. Game & Watch rounding out Group D. Snake showed in this match that he's probably the best matchup for Kazuya we're going to see. Watch him here, keeping on a lot of pressure while he's up 3-2. Drops a C4 there. Tough to see, but there it is waiting out on the stage. Snake waits for it. There. Gets the KO. 3-1 now. We move forward a bit while it's 2-1. Snake still keeping that pressure on. Gets the moon up there, and watch as the stage unfortunately makes sure that Mr. Game & Watch has no chance to live, carries him into the moon blast, and gives Snake the 2 stock win. We now head to Group E for Richter and Sora, the new boy. Sora was incredibly dominant early in this fight, already up 4-2, but Richter starts to dominate the item play. There's 1 KO, and you'll see shortly Richter gets another one very quickly with the Dragoon. There it is, and all of a sudden it's a 2-2 fight. Still down in percentages, though. This one does get down to a 1 stock scenario, but Sora is clearly the better fighter in this one. Carries him to the side of the stage and hits him with a smooth 3-hit combo. There for the W. Takes the 1 stock win. We move on to Steve and Bowser Jr. This one dang near went to time because the AI just didn't know how to handle this map. Here we have Bowser Jr. up 3-2 with just 3 minutes left. Remember, there was an 8-minute time limit on these. Steve gets the KO here and evens it at 2 apiece, but Bowser Jr. would keep the pressure on. It's 2-1 here. Watch him masterfully dodging the Sol Galeo blasts. Keeps the pressure on too. Steve takes that hit, tries to float back, but Bowser Jr. is ready and waiting. Gets him with this F smash, and that's a 2-stock win for Bowser Jr. We move on now to Dark Pit and Daisy. This was a really, really good match overall. See Daisy here, evens it up at 3 apiece, still pretty high percentage, but watch Dark Pit. Gets her off stage, and then snipe from deep with the arrow. Moves it to 3-2. Here too, Dark Pit with some nice moves there. Q shots Daisy with the rolling crate and moves it to 3-1. Daisy's at least able to bring it back to a 2-1 scenario. But the Dark Pit pressure is just too much. Gets the up smash there. Gets a 2-stock victory. Moving on to Banjo and Kazooie versus Captain Falcon. This one was just Captain Falcon not catching a whole lot of breaks here. Watch this beautiful bear-to-bear-to grenade combo from Banjo and Beware to take the first stock. Here's Captain Falcon going to get the final smash ball. He gets it. Gets down thrown, then hit back into the stage. Air dodges when he should have gone for the ledge and loses a stock because of it. It is 4-2 now. Wasn't all bad for Falcon. Check out this nasty, nasty spike KO. Pow! That at least feels good. But in the end, Banjo was just too much. His projectile game was the best I've ever seen out of a Banjo, really. The grenades were flying. And here it is. Beautiful parry into the Wonder Wing KO for the 2-stock win. Finally, we have what I think was the best match of the day. Mii Brawler being played by Toad versus Corrin. Watch Mii Brawler here lose his first stock because he just hit the wrong ball. Down 4-3 early. He was a formidable opponent, though. Here he is up 2-1. Corrin on her final stock. Gets this final smash, but smartly gets this pin and KO to bring it to a 1-stock scenario. Used that final smash for damage. Kept up the pressure, and here's the up air for the 1-stock come from behind win. Starting off Group F with Zelda and Ridley. Zelda with the best start that any fighter had, hands down. Starts it off here with a true 0 to death. Ridley just could not find any attack range here. And good down throw, up tilt, up air, 4-3. But wait, there's more. Raw catch of the Koopa Shell just to flex. Still hasn't taken any damage. There's the first damage taken. However, spike for his troubles, and it's 4-2. Eventually, here you see Ridley does get it to at least a 2-1 scenario, but I think he even knows that that's as good as he was going to get because he dodge rolls into the Bob-omb to give Zelda the 2-stock win. Next up, Shulk versus Pac-Man. This one was all Shulk. Check out these shenanigans down in the volcano. Through the stage transition, Pac-Man gets KO'd, and somehow Shulk finds a way out. That proved to be a big turning point in the match. Here we are 3-1. And Knuckles is going to provide a little help to give Shulk the 3-stock win. Next up, we saw Pokemon Trainer versus Rob. Tiny stage here on Flat Zone. Watch the combo KO between the stage and the math. That takes Ivysaur down, moves it to a 2-1 scenario. Came down to a final stock here. But Rob pulls the assist trophy. It's Tiki, and I think you know where it's going from here. Rob gets the 1-stock victory. Next, here we have Little Mac and Mii Sword Fighter, played by Dante. This one seemed pretty even throughout. Here's Rodan throwing his fists into the fray for Little Mac to get the 3-2 lead. Dante would keep it close, though. Here he is getting a KO via a throw and the iceberg sliding. But that'd be as close as he'd get as Little Mac had the answers and got a victory. That's right, Little Mac wins. And the final match in Group F would be Yoshi and Simon Belmont. This one was pretty Simon early, but you can see here Yoshi does some off-stage play somehow here on Tekken and gets the spike and a dash dance after it, no less. Evens it up at 2 a pop. Here Simon is up 1, Gets the Smash Ball, but has it knocked out. That's okay. He'll get it, I'm sure. Oh, Yoshi got it. So Simon decides, I'm gonna hit the fake one, and SD. Just a total meathead in every way. Didn't seem to matter in the end, though, because that 6 spot dodge into F Smash was all it took to get him a 1-stock win. 2 more groups to go. We'll start Group G with Wario and Bayonetta. Check out this KO from the match. Wario gets Arceus, who knocks down the lighting rig, which hits Wario and takes him off the stage. Rare instance where a Pokemon will actually kill you. That brought it to 2-2. Fortunately, Wario was able to recover from that one. Does lose a stock there to Isaac, but uses his motorcycle to run Bayonetta off the stage and get himself a 1-stock win. Moving on, we've got Dark Samus versus Cloud. Cloud pretty dominant in this fight. A lot of pressure being exerted the entire time. Here he is, up almost 100% here. Gets the cross slash for the first KO. So smooth. Here we are at 3-2 now. Again, Cloud just not giving Dark Samus any space to breathe. Spikes off the roof of the cage. Or cave, whatever you want to call that, to make it 3-1. Finally, here it is at 2-1. Cloud with the drill. That's going to take Dark Samus off the stage for the win. Moving on, we've got Wii Fit Trainer versus the Mii Gunner, getting played by, well, who else? Really nice up-tilt combo here from Sans to get the first KO of this match. Move forward a little bit. Wii Fit holds strong, is up 3-2 here. Watch this. Brilliant tech from Wii Fit Trainer. Sans is not impressed and sends it to 2-2 here. We'll move forward to a 1-stock scenario. This one was in. Sans gets some help from Nikki, however. Little help from the Ghosts here, but gets a lot more help from the next drawing, the Bullet Bill. Combos are into it for the 1-stock victory. Putting a bow on Group G, we've got Lucas and King Ddd. Both these fighters seem to go for the big hit every time. Look at that big up smash there from Lucas. King Ddd, however, will get the last laugh on this stock as we're at 2-2. Slams the child there with his up B. Makes it 2-1. Stayed that way as King Ddd keeps the pressure on. Watch this smooth move with a Gordo here. Disperses it, sucks it in, blows it out, and gets himself a 2-stock victory. Moving to our final group, Group H, we've got Pikachu and Samus. This was a very close battle early. Watch as both fighters get their first KO within just a couple seconds of each other. KO with Samus with a super smooth KO. Pikachu responding in kind. Here it's 3-3. Samus, with the down smash, takes out the final smash ball and sets it to 2-2. Here we are now at 1-1. Samus unfortunately kicks that smash ball right to Pikachu, who had missed 2 Volt tackles earlier. Definitely wasn't missing this one, though, and gets the 1-stock win. Next, we move on to Ike and Rosalina and Luma. This one was a wildly quick bout. Ike starts this one off really, really strongly here. Uses his aerials well. Rosalina never really gets anything started. The Luma's on the wrong side here, and she's never able to really get it back. And Ike will end up with a 0-to-death combo here. I shouldn't say combo, but a 0-to-death on the first stock. There it is with the big up smash. And then, brilliantly enough, Ike, standing as captain of his ship, lures Rosalina to him and takes them both down with the ship so that it gets down to 3-2. Now we move forward a little bit in the fight here. Ike missing that final smash, but the stage is about to transition. It is 2-1, and Ike gets through the stage. Rosalina somehow does not. And there's a quick 2-stock win for Ike. Here we have the penultimate match of the day, Greninja versus Sonic. Sonic really, really struggled here. I don't know if it was the stage or Greninja or what it was, but he had some troubles. Here it's 3-2. And he spins himself right off the stage, bringing it to 3-1. That is how this match would finish. Here they are again at 3-1. Greninja hits him with the final smash. And there you have it, a 3-stock win for Greninja early. And finally on match day 1, Terry versus the combo of Pyra and Mythra. Terry had a lot of trouble early in this fight, especially with Pyra. There she is going up 4-2. Switching it up and getting that final smash for damage early. And we move to the end of the fight. Terry was able to pull 2 stocks with his final. And it started to look like maybe Pyra and Mythra were going to find a way to give this one away. Terry hits a power dunk here and goes and gets the assist trophy. But Pyra makes him pay, takes him out, and gets a 2-stock win. And there you have it, all 38 matches in match day 1. We saw some of the best, things like Kazuya 4-stocking. We saw things like Zelda and Ike 0-to-deathing on their first stocks. We also saw some of the worst of it, some things that make you think, AI might be a couple decades away from taking our jobs. Before we sign off here, though, we're going to have one segment that's a weekly deal for us, and that is
the top 5 macho KOs of the week. Oh yeah, let's break it down. At number 5, we have Dark Pit against Daisy. Dark Pit's gonna send Daisy off of this map. It isn't quite enough for the KO, but Dark Pit knows. He knows exactly how to finish it with that arrow. Oh yeah. At number 4, Kazuya versus Lucina. Kazuya's styling and profiling, as they say, with a sweet KO with the elbow. At number 3, Marth sending this plant off stage and hitting him with the elbow drop from the top, or at least a spike with a sword. Number 2 is the beautiful lady Zelda with a beautiful 0-to-death KO on the ugly Ridley. But finishing it off, my number 1 KO of the week would be the Meta Knight going deep down to step on the dog and keep him from getting back on the stage. Take it!
Alright, that's going to do it for week 1 of the Ultimate Smash Ultimate CPU Championship. You suck. Be sure to tune in next week with match day 2. Next week, this clip show is going to be a little more based around standings and stats and a little less on having 3 and 4 highlights for most matches, as well as the upload of the actual match day will be broken up into 2 or 3 different segments, so it's a little easier to digest the whole thing. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. That'd be very, very helpful for me to let me know that you guys appreciate what we're doing here. And until then, don't forget, you suck.